I'm Ray Mail. I'm gonna talk about the game. Game 3 yesterday. I was watching the whole thing, or most of it actually. It was an interesting game. From my point of view, because what I seen or what I saw is Golden State. They started slowly like always, but at the same time they was looking for that edge. Hoping they'll start off hot. Getting a little physical early on. In Cleveland, like always, or like in the first two games, it was already physical, and playing through James and Dellavedova actually, and the rebounding of Timothy Mozgov and Tristan Thompson is very impactful and helpful, and the aggressive defense, Golden State. I wonder at times, do they stand a chance? Are they too soft? Or are they not taking advantage of that? Get physical with Cleveland, go to the line, do that, but still play to your strengths. Still, that's one thing I've seen in Golden State. They still play to their strengths. They at least attempt to shoot the three ball, even though they're not shooting real good. Or neither team are shooting really good at all in this series. And I want to see how Golden State is going to respond, after Game 3, because I've been telling people all along that you should insert David Lee because off of the pick and rolls, he can shoot the ball or take it to the hoop, and he's a very good free throw shooter, and he's a good passer, for a big man. So why not take advantage of him? And when Golden State went to the smaller lineup, including Iguodala, Barbosa, David Lee, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry. Or you can put Draymond Green, exchange Draymond Green with one of the players who was in that lineup. But it worked. It really worked because you have various playmakers, not just Stephen Curry or Klay Thompson, but you had Barbosa, Iguodala, David Lee too. I include David Lee, and then Sean Livingston too. He's a plus. And what I feel Golden State needs to do, not only get more physical and go to the line, but rebound better. And I from what I've seen, how Cleveland rebound, they clog up the paint, so it's hard for Golden State to box out or go for rebounds. And that's how they beating Golden State on the rebounds. And that's one thing I've noticed. It's a strategy. I think it's a strategy, but that strategy is working. They won 2 games in a row. And Stephen Curry got hot a little bit, I think he's found his way, and he's not the only one that should be with the ball in his hands, because Cleveland is looking for him every time. Make Cleveland pay with various, playmakers. The small lineups gets to them because they don't have a lot of playmakers. Or they do. They have some impactful playmakers, including Iman Shumpert, Smith, Dellavedova, but not much depth off the bench. So I know Cleveland's going to respond definitely, but how is Golden State, going to respond in Game 4? I think they found some good ingredients, to compete with Cleveland. I realized that later in the second half, that with those small lineups, they had some good success, but they need to rebound the ball better and be better defensively and get to the line more. I felt like their 12 free throws compared to Cleveland's 43, I think. It didn't do any justice at all it didn't do any justice for the Warriors. They could have played better defensively. They could have shut down better. That's what I thought they should have focused more on. Their offense would have came. So they was patient with the process though. They very resilient, so they're not going away anyway. And when they had the 20-point lead, they didn't panic. They fought their way back into the game, and damn near won the game. But at the same time, they shot themselves in the foot. So I kind of felt bad for them because I felt like they was this close. They was this close to winning that game. And I'm going for them, but I wouldn't mind if Cleveland won the finals, but I want Golden State to win. I don't know. I have no particular reason, but I'm just going for Golden State. I love LeBron. I think he's one of the top 2 players of all time. Him and Michael Jordan. So I have none against LeBron at all. You know, Cleveland, they resilient, very resilient. Their defense has been tremendous throughout the playoffs. But if Golden State can find, different ways to attack Cleveland and be successful, like I seen late in Game 3, then they look more into those lineups, in Game 4. And I think they can, produce tremendous success with those lineups and stuff. But they have to rebound the ball and play sharper defense. And Stephen Curry, stop turning over the ball. I don't like that. I know you got the handles. I know you can cross up, almost everyone, or everyone actually, on the court or on the opposing team, of course. But, play more cautious, Play your game still, but play more cautious. I think you're a very cerebral player, and I think you're capable of that, When you're not shooting well, dish it out, When they see, that's the thing with Cleveland. They don't really gamble too much. Their thing is to scare you with the double team. Either, when you're coming up the court, after inbounding the ball, or off the screens to scare you, to shadow you with the double team, make you fear the presence of it, but not entirely. And that's what I've seen. And Klay Thompson is stepping up too. Also, Draymond Green has to too. I know he's not a scoring machine and stuff, but play to your strengths. Rebound the ball. Get gritty on defense. Don't be scared to go to the line. That's what you need to do. Harrison Barnes, Andrew Bogut too. Get dirty. Play out of your comfort zone. If you do, you realize that that you better than what you present yourself, on the court. So I think Golden State's still capable of winning this series, But I'm not ruling out Cleveland. But I want Golden State to win because I feel like they have more bench depth, They have more versatility. And, I just think, they really took Cleveland for granted, Not directly, but I think they took them for granted. And so now they really took a notice of, Cleveland's aggressive play. They playing catch-up ball. You can't do that. You have to shut it down on the defensive end, Stop worrying too much about offense, Those shots will come as you move the ball and you exploit different matchups or mismatches. So that's one thing they should do. I think LeBron, the way Golden State is playing him, something they can do. They can just play him, the best that they can, but he's gonna get his. But you have to control the other players that surrounds him. Don't let them get open shots. Don't let them get open lanes. No backdoor cuts. No corner pocket 3-pointers. None of that at all. So that shouldn't even be allowed. So next time you hear from me, it'll be about Game 4. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace out.